Have you been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of balance lately? Do you crave for a pocket of peace and tranquility in your busy life, but you struggle to find the time or space? Then we have the perfect solution for you. Meditation on Wheels. It's an RV sanctuary traveling in the metropolitan Washington D.C. area, offering transformative meditation experiences. It's a movable oasis of calm at your doorstep. Book us today to come to your business, school, government space, or event. Why? We bring the calm to you. meditationonwheels.com. Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. We're broadcasting from the beautiful Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums. I love that video. Meditation on Wheels. Last year we must have visited about maybe 5 or 6 police stations, and 4 stations I think had signed up for interest in us bringing the Meditation on Wheels to their facility. Please let us come out to you wherever you are in the DMV. We'd be happy to park it up and offer you free meditation classes and just make your day that beautiful experience, helping you to overcome whatever emotions you're bottling up inside of you before you step into work or into school or whatever it is. Emotions are a conjecture of your feelings and thoughts, and I'll give you an example. It's rush hour. The train has just reached the station. It's packed with passengers, and on the platform there are future passengers that are about to hop in the train. The doors open from the train, and those that are inside the train are coming out, and those that are outside of the train are trying to come in. That's emotions. That's emotion. Yesterday, I was in such a state, it was like something was taking me over. And as I was watching myself, I was like, what's wrong? And your ego and attachment, which are 2 levels of recordings of energies in you, they'll try to justify all the emotions that you're going through. That one's pushing in. No, this is pushing out. This is going in. No, you should be like that. No, you should go like that. No, why didn't you do that? That's emotions. It's a constant battle with the self. It's a battle with your principles. It's a battle with your values. It's a battle with truth. It's something inside of the soul that's not recognized, not accepted. It's a mixture of unfulfilled desires with present day experiences and truths. It's an unfulfilled desire. You chase after it, but your present day experience is saying, no, it's not going. It's this tug of war that goes on inside of you with emotions. Some psychologists will say emotions are good for you. It's healthy. It's healthy to execute what you're feeling. Not always. If I feel like killing someone and it's emotion, I don't want to go execute that. I want someone to talk to. I need to find a therapist, a psychiatrist, somebody to tell me, why do I feel like killing people? Stop it. That's an emotion. Any thought that gives you the feeling of anger, lust, greed, attachment, or ego is an emotion. Write it down, please. We are souls. The soul is in the body. The soul, the spirit that you are, is fed by your thinking and your quality of thinking and the motives behind those thoughts determine how you feel. Either it will give you an emotion or a power. Now, some people might say, but Sister Jenna, emotions are powerful. Yes, anger, lust, greed, attachment, ego, algae is a great force. And sometimes even greater than God when it's activated. And it's in full bloom, like a tsunami. And God is completely drowned out at that moment, and every bit of wisdom that you hold to be true disappears under the emotion of algae. I remembered when Sister Gita started with her dementia before she passed, and I used to sit on big platforms, and she was my shiro, somebody that I deeply admire. As much as we were so different, and she was so eccentric, artistic people who are very creative are very eccentric. You can't figure them out anyway. But I remember that I would be speaking in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and the emotions would come up, which were a connection between, I was so grateful for her, I'm so grateful for her, but I miss her. This is during the dementia time. And there would be these feelings of sorrow mixed with, oh, I'm so grateful. It's confusing. It's like mixing oil with water, and the fire is hot. The pan is hot. The fire has heated the pan, and oil is in the pot with some water that gets mixed in. No woman or man who cooks in the kitchen likes to be in front of a pot that is hot with oil and water is dropping in that pot. You move away from it. But for us, when the emotions take you over, those emotions are very hard to move away from. But if you notice, when you're in a state of emotions, people move away from you. Oh my God, she's not in a good mood. Get away, don't go. How do I move away from my own emotions? How do I get out of it? How do I overcome those feelings that are of my past, memories, traumas, situations, circumstances that are hurt or have hurt me, versus what I really, really want in life? I've had this relationship, or should I say lack of relationship, with someone for many years. And in this connection with the soul, I remember the really painful moments with my interaction with the person. And it was so interesting how challenging it was to discover the good times. I can't say there were many, but years would have passed by. And when I think of the person, I'm not able to feel like a 2-year-old in the relationship with the person. Disappointment is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. Expectation is an emotion. Reasoning, excuses, the whys, those are all emotions. Emotions, it's like a bucket. It's you've got a bucket of water, but there are holes in the bucket. And whenever you reach that emotional state of debris, it's just draining all of your power and your potential and your capacity. But is there a bright side to emotions? Of course. Sometimes if you're not able to have a strong connection to God, which burns all of those memories of hurt of the past, sometimes if you don't have enough spiritual knowledge and you're consistent with that spiritual knowledge, helping to guide you on the path, then it becomes a drainage of power. And when you drain your power, the best of you will never come forth. Never. But there are times when that emotion does come up, because I don't have enough of God's connection in me. I'm not taking enough of God's wisdom in me, and it has to get out. But when it gets out, it ruins the atmosphere, it ruins relationships, it ruins the cells of your body, it just ruins things. And when it calms down and the tsunami of emotions are over, you see the debris. Put your hand on the table. You throw things down. You yell, you scream. You get more wrinkles because you are smiling. And you think things that are not right. You say things that are not right. And you're observing yourself as a weakness. And you're realizing there's no God around me right now. Check every time you encounter a state of emotions. See if Baba, who we call God here, is present. See if Baba's light, God's love, is present when you're going through a state of emotional debris or an emotional tsunami. You don't. But we've gotten used to expressing ourselves based on that because the soul is still holding on to so much sorrow. How do we overcome emotions? Take a breath. Turn your attention inwards behind your eyes. Speak truthfully to yourself. This isn't me. What is happening? What do I want from this person? What do I want from myself? What do you need? Are you not taking care of yourself? Just that little honest interior dialogue will put you on the path of being liberated from the emotion. Second thing, create your own meditation room if you don't have one. Go and sit there, or just sit up for a bit, and just sit and look at yourself internally. Just observe how you're feeling. Because after emotional debris, you usually get exhausted or just feel so bad about yourself because you're still attached and there's still ego. But then, even if you feel disappointed with yourself, let it be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. And you just go, wow. Go back to the first step, the conversation with self. I get it. You have to take care of yourself. Then you sit in yoga, in God's remembrance. Let God's light hover over you, through you, for you, with you. And you talk to Baba. And you praise Baba. And you write a letter to Baba. And you call your friends to talk about Baba. And you keep praising God until that energy, that abscess, that violence inside of the soul, it subsides and is removed. A third step, you can call your friends and talk to friends who are mature. And you says, please, I need your empathy. I need your heart here. Just feeling so about this and this and this. Yeah, I know, but you know who you are. You're good. Don't forget that. It's a test. The universe is going to keep testing you because you have to go to higher levels in life. Maybe not all exams you're going to pass with flying colors, but when the next exam comes, you will. You will. So, how to overcome emotions? Talk to the self honestly. Second, sit in meditation and yoga with God, with Baba. Third, call friends who can help and support you. Don't turn your back. Don't have the ego that you don't want anyone to know what you're going through. Let them know. But don't make it a habit that every week you're having an issue. That's not the kind of consistency you want. But check your disciplines, your practices, your routine. What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you reading? check these things in you. And that's only if you want to be free of emotions and live from a place of power. Power isn't an emotion. It is who you are. Love isn't an emotion, but when the attachment gets mixed into love, you become emotional. Are you hearing me? Our human tendency is to live our lives based on emotions. God's vision on us is to live our lives based on power. Do you understand? Emotions drain your energy. And yes, at times, it's okay to let it out if your connection to God is waning, if your spiritual wisdom has taken a halt. Okay. But if and when that happens, talk to yourself honestly. Don't deceive yourself. Sit with God. Praise Him. Write a letter to Him. Keep looking at that energy of light. Third, call a friend that you can really talk to. That one sentence they tell you can shift what the soul is going through at that moment. We're always encountering different omens. 90% of our omens are good, but the 10% of omens are old, decayed, unfinished issues. Work them out now, because in the world of sorrow, it could pull you in and you could lose your way. Step back. Turn to where your truth is from within and deepen your link to Source. You'll be more powerful than you'll ever imagine. And emotions, maybe it'll visit you once or twice a year. That's it. It's like a family reunion. All right, let's have a few moments of meditation and just put some love in the room. Put some love in your heart. Let's take some time.
A vision of love. Let me take this time, this very sacred time, and sit in the emerged awareness that I am a companion to all human beings. Feel that. I see you. I honor the part you're playing. I thank you for being you, because only you can play your part, and only I can play mine. We stand together on the stage of life. As I greet you, I greet myself. As I see the beauty in you, I see the beauty in me. And when I hear you, you can hear me. To support your part, I play my part the best I can. I will be loyal and committed to the part I've been given, even if it's still not clear and it continues to shift and change. But what I do know as I sit here in a vision of love, is that I have good wishes for you, my fellow traveler on the journey. Because each and every one of us come from the same source, God, the Supreme Being. I know we are stronger together than divided. And at this very special moment, I hold this vision of love and allow a greater peace, goodness, and harmony to thrive for you, for me, and for our world.
Love that meditation. So am I making any sense to everyone out there today? We've gotten so used to emotions we don't even know who we are. I think Sue was asking, is emotions a disturbance of consciousness and our feelings of a deeper origin? We feel a lot, Sue. And yes, emotions disturb the spirit. Because remember, it's a conjecture of thoughts. There's a battle going on with the self. There's a truth and there's also an illusion. It's a battle. There is love, but there's also attachment. There's a battle. There's oil and there's water. The fire's hot. There's some conflict. Those are emotions. So it is a disturbance. I don't know if feelings are an origin, but I would say that the quality of love and purity and peace are powers. I'm just cautious about feelings because feelings have this fine line between attachment and really I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. I feel bad. You see the duality? But when you are a power, there's no difference there. There's no duality. I'm in my power. I'm in power. But because of the attachment and the ego, then it gets mixed and things change. But pure feelings is our origin. Pure feelings, which is big. Let's go to our chat and see what's going on in the awakened, intelligent world. Dealing with emotions effectively involves understanding, managing, and expressing them in healthy ways. Identify and acknowledge your emotions, self-awareness, acceptance. Express emotions in a healthy way. Talk, share your feelings, write, find creative outlets. Develop coping strategies to your emotions, breathing exercises, meditation, physical activity. Have you noticed with the awakened intelligence, just about everyone has said, meditate, exercise, seek professional help. Challenge those negative thoughts. Cognitive reconstructing. Positive affirmations are good. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Forgive. Set boundaries. Personal space is important. healthy relationships are good for you, but seek professional help if it's nothing is helping you at all. Therapy, support groups, mindfulness, gratitude, that's huge. Develop a routine. Stay consistent with a good, healthy routine. Practice good habits and keep educating yourself and understanding who you really are. Encounter great workshops at the Meditation Museum and also online, but also study more about yourself. All right, let's listen to our beautiful, the Sister Gita effect, and hear what wisdom she's going to share with us today.
Are talking about empathy. To remain harmonious and successful, we must know how far to step in and how far to step out. It is like a gardener who sows seeds at the right time, steps in to plant, waters them, and then steps out of the picture to allow nature to carry on with her work. However, from time to time, he steps in again to see if there is enough water, if any insects are attacking the plants, if any food is needed. His role is to find the appropriate space for the potential beauty and uniqueness of the seeds to emerge. He does not create the flowers, but facilitates their expression. The same goes with people. The gardener does not step in too much. That would be called interference. After planting the seeds, he does not demand an immediate result. He does not dig them up the next day to see if they have sprouted. He plays his role and fulfills his duty, but then lets go because he understands that the blooming of the flowers is not dependent on him, nor does he let go too much. If he did, then the plants would die from lack of care, or the insects and weeds would overpower them. He does not let go so much that he isolates himself from the process. Instead, by knowing when to step in and when to step out, he creates a respectful partnership with nature. In the same way, we have the duty to honor of planting positive seeds of good intention, respect, and tolerance. At the same time, allowing others and the forces of the universe to be given the space to work and respond according to their time and inclination. It is not saying we do not step in to correct. Very often we plant those seeds but want an immediate result. I have shown so much patience, but he doesn't change. Or, how much longer do I have to be tolerant? I feel suppressed. We become attached to what we do, so there is no space for things to happen in their own appropriate time. Sometimes we have the wrong type of mercy, or we want to take control thinking we know better, or we step into people's lives too much. This interference and lack of free space provides antagonism, resentment, and conflict with others. At other times, we get fed up with others, our tolerance and empathy is completely reduced, and we say, I have had enough, or I have to do my own thing, and so we step out. But in a selfish way, that is, we isolate ourselves from others or from situations. We justify or disguise this rejection and dislike with such phrases as, I need my own space, or let them stand on their own 2 feet. In actual fact, we can't be bothered anymore. We have stepped too far out of the picture because we have not cultivated the patient understanding that allows the good and positive to germinate and grow in its own time. It is an art to know when to step back and when to step forward, but a very necessary one of well-being is to be achieved here. Om Shanti, have an empathic day.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sister Gita, wherever you are in your next incarnation. So our Avyak signal for today, which are those thoughts from above, and we're focusing on how to uplift those who defame you. God the Father is praised because of his special virtue of being merciful. When you see images of God, either in this land, in India, or abroad, in all over the world, he's portrayed as the merciful one. Therefore, now, you children, become merciful masters. Therefore, if you become merciful, you will always have the courage to uplift others. Boy, is that a big one, huh? All right, everyone. Thank you for all of your comments. Gigi Meow Ming, what a cute one. Well, thank you so much for your blessing also. Barbara, Om Shanti, Lee, Kambili, Sue, I'm glad I answered your question, which is why once you put it in the comment, I can support the conversation with you. It's live. Hi, Divya Baba. Hi, Rashmi Rambad. Yukti Seeds. I love that. Hi, Seeds. So Jenna, nice to have you. Aunt Sensen, Kushali, Sita, Meena, Indu, Nasira, Madhavi. Hi, Pinny. Om Shanti. When are you coming to America, Pinny? Come on, bring Mr. Rao with you. So Anita Ben, Skippy Lilawati, Shobha G. Shobha, by the way, we're all going to go to the Olympics in another few weeks. So we would love your support in getting there. And I'll tell you more, maybe tomorrow. It'll be quite exciting. So Faith, nice to have you. And everyone, thank you so much. I hope today gave you some insights and it helped you to overcome all of your emotional debris. It's okay sometimes for the emotions to come up, but we shouldn't live in that state. You feel too drained after it. You are powerful human beings. You're God's children. That's why you're so powerful. Just remember that. In order to break your attachments, keep practicing to love everyone the same. And don't you dare give permission to anyone that you'll stop loving them. Have a good day.
Meditation, intimate experiences with the divine through contemplative practices. A common sentient series by Sacred Stories Publishing. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. Rumi. A time to choose. We find ourselves right now in the age of great transformation, one of the most consequential moments in human history. These are indeed the times that the great prophets and seers throughout the millennia have spoken about. Mankind has experienced and survived many eras of tremendous change, of course, yet with each turn of the spiral, the permutations become more amplified, as if there will be one final revolution of the cycle that turns it all around so we can start anew once more.